Right, folks, welcome to a slightly different video today. This is going to be a kind of preview and a reflection of the last few weeks. So, of course, I gave you a video previously about the draw at home to Eastbourne Borough. One a very good end to the game, was it, folks? And I know there was controversy about the equalising goal. It felt like the winning goal for Eastbourne, didn't it? Because Torquay should have really have won. I still think, why on earth do we hold such a high line at the end? I've seen it on the video. Was it offside? It looked like it could have been. People are saying Ollie Tomlinson was playing the guy, and I think it was Callum Thomas who might have been playing them on. Tomlinson, I don't think it was, but I still think, why were we holding such a high line? Why were our fullbacks pushing on? That was frustrating and a little bit annoying. Then we go up to Hereford in the trophy, which is a trophy we don't really care for. In fact, even when we made the FA Trophy final that last time, we weren't really caring for that because we just got booted out of the playoffs by Exeter City. So it all depends on the mood of the time, doesn't it, the FA Trophy? Sometimes it can be important and sometimes you can throw it away. You wouldn't even put it in the recycle bin, you know. Let's just have a look at the responses of the fans after that game. I want to give you my comments, and this will upset people, it's bound to, but hey, why not? Let's see what you think about what I think. Right, folks, so here I am. Let's hit play. Can we hit play? So here we go. Aaron Downs is coming across to apologise. Look at this guy here. Tell him to clear off, and he's not very happy at all. I won't say it to Downsy though, he's a big bloke. But they're all having a right go. We've got young kids out here. They're still trying to applaud. They're having a right go. They're not happy. Let's be honest. They're not happy. Okay, so we can see that, folks. I'll be honest. Maybe I shouldn't laugh. Yeah, those guys, they've got every right to be happy, unhappy. Yeah, unhappy. Let's get it right now. To be unhappy. I get that. Does that give you a license to go and F and blind to some kid who's been playing for a few games and he's trying his best? So we got Harris at the fullback. I don't necessarily rate the guy. He's only a young lad. Does he deserve to get people effing and blinding and shouting in his face? I don't think so. They want Johnson out. People have been on the internet saying, we want Steve Tully in. I don't get it. I mean, Gary Johnson, they're saying, is archaic and he doesn't get modern football. Only a couple of seasons ago, we were at the top of the league in the conference, playing great football. Injuries probably scuppered us and bad luck at the end of that season. He knew about football then, and does he suddenly lose his knowledge now? They're saying he's too old. Really? Roy Hodgson, he's still doing fine. Steve Tully, let's get him because was he too young? Was it an age thing? So let's get someone. Maybe they need to stipulate the age of the person we want, and let's just tick that box. And then if we lose 100 games, doesn't matter. He's the right age. I think age has nothing to do with it. I think if we're the top of the league, we don't care. I don't care if Gary Johnson's 3 years old or 103 years old. If we're winning games, that's the only thing that matters. So age to me, I don't buy that. They say Torquay have no tactics. I don't buy that. I do not buy that. Whether or not Gary Johnson's tactics are right, that is a different discussion. But to say he's got no tactics, well, that's not true. He's bound to have his own tactics. Do they work or don't they work? Well, you never know if a tactic's going to work. Else every manager would win, wouldn't they? So again, tactics may help. They may win. They may lose. You'll have your tactics. I would like to see us as a team have or I like to think that the team have got real obvious tactics. So maybe I think games ebb and flow. I think no matter what level you're at, there'll be a time in the game where you're on top and there'll be a time when the other team have a bit of play. And I think what our team do have to be able to do is say, okay, guys, we need to go into like a shutdown situation where we are defensively tight. We don't take too many risks. We slow play down. We try and do what we can to disrupt the momentum. When the other team have got the ball and when they're on top, to restrict their chances in that moment where the human nature, the energy levels are good with their team. Let's restrict them. And then later on when and that way we're over that bump and then we can then maybe take charge of the game later on. So I can see why people are frustrated where we are. I can see why people don't like Gary Johnson, but I think it's more they don't like the fact that it's our position, isn't it? Listening to Dave Thomas on the radio, and I think he makes a point. You can't just recruit players in Torquay. Plymouth Argyle struggle as well. The location does impact. Mark Hulster, for example, I think his wife owns a business or is well-to-do in a business up country. He's not going to relocate his wife and his kids down here for conference, or even if we're in National League South, even if we're in League Two, I don't think he would. You'd have to pay a real good whack of wages for that to happen. So I think you've got to be realistic of who's going to come down here as well. So I think Gary's probably trying the best he can to get people in. Maybe he needs someone else with different contacts to supplement the guys he's got. Maybe they say, oh, he's got his brother, and that everyone thinks that's the bad thing to do, and he's going to be open for criticism for doing that. So maybe get someone else in as well to give us a few more options. He signed Big Dwayne. I can't even pronounce the guy's name. I don't need to. He did okay last time. Everyone's dissing it, saying, what a rubbish signing. Well, the guy's, 8 or 9 years older. We need a focal point up there while the players are injured. So I haven't got a problem with that. And Gary couldn't have foreseen that the guy was going to get injured in 1 minute. I mean, we couldn't have seen that. So that, again, is a bit of hard luck, I would say. And people say, oh, he perhaps isn't warming up the right way, or this or that or the other. Yeah, in hindsight, we can all do that. So anyway, so that's where we are at the moment. My view is, am I disappointed we're out of the FA Trophy? A little bit, not too bothered, to be honest. It allows us to focus on the league, and I mean that in as far as it allows us not to fall too many games behind. I think we've got 8 games in Feb. So there's a lot. I think there's 8 of the next 12 games are away. So now we'll see what we're made of. But they reckon there could be a couple of players coming back. So Asa Hall is in and out. Dan Martin's in and out of the team. I wouldn't be surprised to see, as my guess, I wouldn't be surprised to see Brad Ash, Tom Lapsley, and Finley Crash. Crash? I'm calling him Crash. I'm calling him Crash Bang Wallop. Okay? I reckon those guys are going to come back into the side. If we had Ash in there and big Dwayne up top, that'd be exciting, wouldn't it? That'd be good, wouldn't it? Let's win tomorrow, and then we go from there. Yeah. Look, get rid of the manager. It doesn't guarantee success, does it? Moan about Clark Osborne. He's chucked millions of pounds in. If he was taking money out, I could understand. We don't even own our ground. So we can moan all we want about the owner, but he's putting money in. Oh, he's gonna sell the ground and build houses on it and leave us with nothing. Well, we had nothing anyway without the guy there. And he's saying that he'll build us a new stand if he ever does manage to negotiate a way of purchasing the lease to make it freehold to Torquay United. Then he could build houses on it. But he says he would build a stadium, then build houses on it. So, okay, all that's pie in the sky anyway. At the minute he's dropping money in, he thinks the working ethos of Gary Johnson and Aaron Downs and the team is right. So that's not a bad start, is it? And maybe the results will come. That's my view. I'm going to be at the match tomorrow. I'm going to give you my view at the match. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I know that. I'm perhaps a little bit kind to the players and to the team and to the manager, and I know that, but I've been watching Torquay for enough years to know, does it really make that much bloody odds, because if we were in a division higher, I'd still be out there freezing my nads off tomorrow. And I look at it and think, Wrexham have got all this money plugged in, and now all of a sudden everyone wants to be a Wrexham fan. Exeter Chiefs, when my mate used to watch them down the county ground, no one was there. Now they've got a bit of money because Tony Rose chucked some quids in. Everyone loves it. Everyone's up at the Chiefs, you know. I actually got a bit more time for the Exeter Cities and the Plymouth Argyles of this world because they just roll with the times. They just carry on as they do, and they don't go necessarily to watch their team win. They just go because it's their team. That's where we go and watch Torquay. Character building, all that good stuff. Today I'm positive. Will I be tomorrow? Tune in to find out. Might be influenced by the result rather than the age of the manager. Catch you guys on the Football Schmuckball flip side, particularly if you want to tune in again. Like and subscribe. I do appreciate you watching. Over 100 people watched the last one. That's all right, isn't it? I couldn't have said it better myself.